Okay, Raj, so what do you say to an employer brand leader that says, we already invest in Claude, we're using ChatGPT, why can't we just use one of those tools? What's different about Maven?
There are four fundamental differences between Maven and large language models like Claude or ChatGPT. So the first is Maven isn't a standalone agent. It works alongside your DAM, your hub.
Right.
So therefore, it looks at real stories and what's happening there and uses that as the source record to be able to translate that into people-led storytelling. So you're not getting some blog made up from some Reddit thread that was randomly created that is now your newsletter. You're baking it off what is happening as real stories and inputs in your organization. Two, it's source traceability. So large language models, it's a black box. How we got to that, you could prompt and prompt and prompt, but you never really know how they come up with that end output. Versus with Maven and the DAM and the back end, you can actually see, and it traces, how did it come up with that end output? Where did it draw those inferences from? Is that real to your organization, what you're trying to do? Three, it's embedded into your workflows. It directly looks at your hub, pulls through, creates the relevant stories that are relevant to that use case and distributes it. Versus in a ChatGPT, you're going to go and find the source record, copy and paste it, maybe edit it, then decide that, hey, I need to figure out how to prompt it. And then finally, the fourth bit, it is built for people-led storytelling. Our roots come from employer branding. And when we look at how Maven works, everything from what it prompts you to do to the types of outputs, it's all very much talent related, people related. So it'll, for example, give you prompts like, do you want to turn this into a nurture campaign, a drip campaign? Or do you want to turn this into a outreach message for LinkedIn? These are pre-prompts that come up as you go through that interface. But ultimately, when I think of it, it doesn't really matter of those 4 points. I encourage people to do the Pepsi challenge. Go in and take a piece of content and put it into ChatGPT and do the absolute same with put it into the DAM and let Maven pull and create that. Because ultimately, that's how I, a consumer, go, wow, that feels different. That feels exactly like it's for me.
Incredible. I see that a lot. I see a lot of companies using tools clearly like ChatGPT, and the content feels so generic because it's not personalized to all of the content that's come before it. So Maven seems a great answer to that.
Yeah, absolutely, Danny. I think ultimately, when it comes to our roadmap of how we think about Maven and the DAM, we want to be heavily vertically specific, of going deeper and deeper into how and learning from the data of how are clients using the use cases that are people-led use cases. What are those? What is the kind of language and taxonomy they're using? What is the kind of brand attributes that relate to those kind of people-led storytelling? And then being able to surface that so you as the customer never have to think about that. You just go, this feels absolutely chalk and cheese when it comes to people-led storytelling. And it makes my life easier because I can work in one environment and I trust it.
When a lot of people hear AI, they just think it's going to save them time. And obviously this will save them time, but it's the quality, the outcomes will actually be even better.
And I think time, and this all comes back circling to our mission, time sure is a factor of an AI tool. But the reality is no one needs more content, Danny. People need more cut through. And to do that, you need to make sure that the content that comes through is, like to your point, quality.